Just signed a bill that limits cell phone use in public schools. House Bill 2484 allows for the use of cell phones for educational purposes during an emergency and if students need to contact their parents for medical reasons. Otherwise, students will not be allowed to text, call, access the internet or social media on campus. The Apache Junction Unified School District implemented a similar rule this school year before the new law was ever signed by Governor Hobbs. So joining me this morning is the school district superintendent, Dr. Robert Pappalardo, to talk about these policies, how they're working for their students and teachers. Dr. Pappalardo, good morning to you. I feel like you're giving all of us a crystal ball as to how these policies might work. So good morning to you. First of all, let me ask you, what has the feedback been from your teachers, first of all, and then your students and parents as well?
Great. I'm glad you asked that question. When we first started, there was a lot of talk about how that would work. How is this going to be implemented, right? So we'll start with students first. We have an opportunity at the end of the fall semester for our school board members to go and do interviews with kids. And their response was how much better school is without having this cell phone disruption in class at a high school, okay? It's really been embraced by our students and it's been embraced by our parents. We are very surprised of how well it has been implemented throughout the school system and how cooperative our students have been over time.
Let me ask you this. What have you learned throughout this past school year and what kind of adjustments have you made as a result?
So, when we implemented it, we said we would be reasonable with our students about the usage of cell phones. So we have a junior high campus that does it one way that is very, very restrictive. And we have our high school students who they can't use it during instructional time in a classroom. And they can use it on breaks or lunch or passing periods, right? So this is what the data has shown us so far, okay? We took the data from first semester all the way to where we are as of yesterday.
Okay.
So when we have the most restrictive enforcement, like at the junior high,
right?
In the first semester, we had 91 times when the parents had to come and pick up the cell phone, okay? In the second semester so far, only 24 times. Okay. In our system where it's least restrictive at the high school, and probably this has to do a lot with age and maturity.
Sure.
We've only had 9 instances throughout the school year where the phone had to be picked up because the kid didn't want to give it up.
Got it.
Right. So we like that ability to kind of tailor it to what our principals and teachers believe is in the best interest of our kids at the site.
And as far as implementation is concerned, especially, at the junior high you spoke of, how is it implemented? Are the phones in the do the kids possess the phones, but they're turned off? Are they, gathered someplace? And then the other thing I want to ask you, in the extreme situation, heaven forbid there's some kind of a school shooting, would the students have access to the phones to call their parents?
Great question. So how we have handled the cell phone issue is that we treat them all as responsible citizens. We tell them to put it away and they can have it on their person. Okay. That's number one.
Okay.
So if there was an incident like that, right? Someone be able to we don't want them to pull out and use the cell phone, but yeah, they would have access to it because we want them to follow the direction of either the administration or the teacher in the room about what to do next if there was an emergency event at that school. Okay.
Got it. Dr. Pappalardo, thank you so much from the Apache Junction Unified School District. Again, I feel like it's been a crystal ball kind of learning from you guys as you guys have gone through this school year. So thanks for the insight this morning. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a nice day.